we go. We're going to be getting into this.
We're
going to be getting into this as Mythic, they're over on the T side. They did win out that 9th round.
Oh, see, look, Flom got a gold pick'em trophy. That's like almost as good as the trophy on the other side.
And well, over here in mid, automatic over on short, taps away, going to go ahead and get rid of Flom. And Trent will actually be able to drop out Skadoodle. Max over on short doesn't stand a chance as automatic is in with a 2nd frag. And yep, Stewie, he's been spotted, he's been tagged, but he's still alive. And Anger is going to go ahead and drop him out. 3 on 3. Tarek's dropped the bomb though in lower mid. Pollard going to do what he can. Does manage to find Rush. 2 versus 2. Bomb down. And Tarek and automatic left to try and defend it.
Actually doing quite a bit of damage. Anger, if he can steal away the kill onto Tarek, then maybe it's a chance. But both players looking to peek at once. An automatic, even low on HP, will be enough to win them the round. Pistol goes the way of Cloud9. Let's see what they invest into here. Expecting a scout from Skadoodle and then everybody else to just either be on the couple of rifles or SMGs. In fact, we're only going to have the one FAMAS. The rest will be on those MP9s, UMPs. And of course, as said, the scout on the other side of things will have a decent amount of investment in. Only really Flom looking like he is going to save some extra cash, potentially looking to get that early AWP. And Stewie just going aggressive, but it's actually going to be Scar challenged in mid. Every single player going that way and straight through the box. We will lose Adren. Not the start he was hoping for.
Look at this from Stewie. He's rushing on in, wants to try and put some numbers up on the board. It all falls onto the Deeg. Here on ramp, pushing on in. Rush, that was very, very swift and ultimately built to nothing. So Cloud9 going to be in with the 2nd round. That's a Deagle picked up for Rush as well. Excited to see what he can make happen with that.
Team ace as well. Every single player chiming in. So this round is pretty much just going to be an absolute whitewash. Should be just as dominating as the last. There's not really going to be anything invested. Lex will pick up a P250. And same for Poland. Not really anything too major. Just hoping to do a little bit of damage, at least to the Cloud9 economy. And considering how successful they were in the last round, they really do want to do at least a little bit of damage here. But it's looking like we are just going to see Mythic being nice and patient, waiting. The problem is with the aggression that came into Palace early on, Cloud9 can start to sort of gamble players across the map and start stacking different positions. Of course, the T's at the moment are just waiting. Stewie already going to be pushing up the top of mid. Nice $600 made for him. It does seem like most of the players have now looked away from the television. Automatic looking to farm up some cash and is tagged down to just 2 HP. Of course, a rebuy for him won't be a problem, but he just goes back so confident. USP, 2 HP, no problem.
I mean, that's a bad sign when automatic goes back with 2 HP and only a USP. And then wins.
Yeah.
That's a bad sign. But the buy is going to be coming on in. Do you think Cloud9 will buy, Tom?
No, I don't know why. Well, Scar has upgraded to an AWP, but you know, they don't really have any reason to. They can just play this as a bonus round. Either way, Skadoodle can be dropped in the next anyway. And as said, they're just going to be playing very, very confident anyway. I don't think they would have upgraded too many weapons no matter who they were playing against. I don't think that's too much of a level of disrespect. It would just be how aggressive they actually go in this round. Are they just going to try and get as close as they can and just spray away already, though? Poland will start things off. We've lost Rush. Stewie looking to just flash back through, and these are the Stewie players I was expecting. Straight through, gets 2, turns it into a 3 versus 3, and now Skadoodle with the AWP can get another from the site. Tarek has rotated, and automatic is looking to come in from behind on the flank, so a lot of information gathered. They know they need to try and make some sort of play here, and they're pushing towards Skadoodle, who's actually going to be caught off, so that is the one major weapon now removed. Tarek will do a little bit of damage onto Flom, who's now tagged. And Adrian has actually picked up the AWP. He needs to deal with automatic, who's just going to go running towards the site. Flom, remember, is so very low on HP, and he can't keep missing shots. Eventually will hit the tag. Flom goes for the peak, and it is another in, but it's all onto automatic. Surely not with the MP9, and Adrian will win them the round. However, very costly one at that. And as said, there's going to be no trouble for Cloud9 to buy back in.
Yeah, I mean, the only issue is they were kind of banking on winning that round. You could tell because Skadoodle goes ahead and invests everything in the AWP. Everyone else says. And I know they went for like a free round for the most part. They can get the AWP back out now, but Yeah, I mean...
They made so much money. That's the only reason it was fine to do that, is because they literally had 2 flawless rounds without losing anyone. So they had a stupid amount of cash. Otherwise, maybe we would have seen an extra weapon bought up, or they would have just kept the scout for a round. But they made things so costly. If they win this one, it will just be that straight reset. So it has to be a step up from Mythic in this one. And Automatic, feeling pretty confident, going to be making his way through the smoke. Finds one, but Flom with the AWP trades and hits a nice shot onto Skadoodle as well. That AWP is going to hit the deck again.
Yeah, that's actually the man advantage taken here for Mythic. They want to try and post this second round up on the board now. And I mean, rotation's coming in towards Ace. Stewie not looking too healthy. Going to be tagged down to 13 HP as Alan finds all the damage through the smoke. Tarek and Stewie both go down. It is just Rush left 1v4, and he's going to have to save Tom. Here's Adren on the flank. Spots him out, but Adren still manages to get it. And Mythic, they're going to be in with a second round.
Yeah, big round from Adren, and also Flom with the AWP in middle. And yeah, now it is. It's going to likely be an even scenario, as Cloud9 are just going to have to invest into some pistols here. And with the loss bonus, they aren't going to be able to afford an AWP going into the next round. It will just be rifles. And well, Mythic have they already had an SMG. They bought up another one. They're looking to try and farm up some cash. So early on, Mythic at least throwing a spanner in the works. I do think if it comes down to it, though, Cloud9 can put their try-hard pants on, and then I think that'll be where we may see a little bit of a difference in this one. We saw just that round from Stewie, just running straight through the smoke into the sandwich, and actually still manages to find 2 kills. So not going to be any easy rounds here for Mythic. Push has come in onto the site, but it's all just a fake. It's the SMGs running in, although actually Adrian does have an AK-47, so if they can steal that away, it would actually be quite a success in this round, but he's just looking to fall back. Rush will not allow it, but the round is pretty much guaranteed. Bomb going to be going down on the other side of the map. Maybe Tarek on Automatic will look to try and do some extra damage, maybe hold somebody into the site or steal a weapon away. But from Rush, he may as well just try and hold on to that AK.
That is going to be 3-3 though, Tom. We're all tied up. You assured me this game would be a stomping. I think anyone would assume that. But you know what they said, Tom? They said, you know, NA will never have a major. And then Cloud9 won the major. Then the next logical progression is Twitch streamers will never have a major. Well, Tom, you know, maybe that's true. Maybe it isn't. Mythic, they're looking to try and prove that wrong. As they're going toe-to-toe with major champions right now. 3-3 is the score. And a chance for them to take the lead here, Tom. Still early days, though.
Is Tarek going to keep the MP7? Okay. So actually, they do manage to get an AWP thanks to Tarek actually keeping it. We are going to have that MP7 and some rifles juggled around. And actually, they've bought too many, so the MP7's not going to last. A little bit disappointed. I wanted to see maybe some styling from the CT side. Still, as you said, 3-3. It's going to be a decent buy from Cloud9. But it's just going to be a quick push actually coming in just towards the side. Adrian's got the opener, but Rush will be there to trade. Stewie finding another one on the other side, and Rush has just gone a little bit more aggressive. Stewie just, you can tell there's a temptation there for him to just jump straight across Tetris, but Lex is actually going to make the play forward, looking for the kill, but doesn't manage to get it. Rush will at least fall to anger, giving them a little bit more of a chance in this situation. But they do now have a disadvantage in terms of personnel, and somebody is going to have to step up with every single Cloud9 player still here.
Yeah, Flom and Anger still trying to keep the dream alive for Mythic. Start to push on in. Automatic. And Tarek have the crossfire set up, though, in Cloud9. They're going to be on to a 4th round. They retake that lead, Tom. Skadoodle has the AWP in hand. Now has armor to accompany it. Going to go to drop an M4 for Rush. Flom's got the AWP out, though, for Mythic. Lex is the man who's to forego some firepower, which does make sense. He has been having a bit of a hard time with things right now. He didn't actually have any kills up until recently. And Sentry goes in to try and keep Tarek from the platform. He returns with one of his own, denies any sort of rush into this B-bomb site, and he's actually going to go aggressive. That's support from the rest of the team. They're stacked on up, ready to go in. Flash goes out. Tarek peeks with it, spots the Dren. That's the information gain. They know that Tarek's there, though. An automatic, the man who was supposed to try and trade, doesn't quite get up onto the truck in time. Now he stands here alone, and he has to try and keep them at bay. Adrent and Poland going to find 2 frags between them. Now Stewie falls prey to Flom. It is all on Rush. 1 versus 4. Bomb plant looking to come on in. Rush. Once that bomb goes down, now it's acting like a 5th man for the 4 remaining players of Mythic. Oh. Spots Lex go by. It's a drive by Lex, but Rush got to be peeking out with 1. Make it 2. Rush looking to try and retake this site. Lex does shut him down. And thankfully, Mythic, they don't give any more away. It will be a 4-4 scoreline secured. The economy gets reset for Cloud9.
Yeah, and a lot of that just came off Tarek being completely caught out over towards that B side of the map. So we will have a 4-4, and they are actually going to just invest straight back into this one. The double scouts definitely can be deadly, though. Just the amount of tags that potentially could be coming in. We've seen a lot of battles into middle, but T-side this time looking like they are just going to go down to a more sort of basic smoke strategy, which actually up against the double scouts could work out wonderfully. Stewie still has that UMP up close, which for him so far has been deadly, but yeah, Mythic already putting up some numbers here. They've outdone what SK managed just earlier in the day. They are looking to try and push towards this side. Now going through the smoke is a little bit risky. You don't want to go anywhere near a smoke when Stewie's on the other side already. Going to be managing to find one, holding on the edge. Tarek does find one with a scout, but the trades will come back. The problem is the bomb's now on the other side of the smoke.
Yeah, Hormack's got it at his feet. He's laughing all day long. Flom and the Dren, last 2 left. Going to go in. Automatics close. Flom's able to get the first. Tries to make it 2. And Skadoodle shuts him down with the scout. 5-4. Cloud9 have retaken the lead. It's a back and forth, Tom.
I don't know why they ran through the smoke. That's sort of the question I have. Is like, you have a clear advantage going into that round. You've just reset your opponents. Why are you running through a smoke? And why are you running through a smoke with a bomb? Like that's just a silly play to make, and that's a round that they have thrown away just based off of that. The second that happened, we just see the full rotation coming from Cloud9, and they do have very talented individuals. Skadoodle just hitting the heads either way this round. Investment into pistols and armor. But already Stewie, with his aggression up middle, will be able to find the opener.
Stewie has gone ahead and spotted Anger. Wants to try and find out much more success down in mid. He will go ahead and retreat out of Connector, and that's given up a little bit of ground, saying that automatic. Look at this aggression. He's all the way down through lower tunnels. Poland has no idea what's going on. Adren's been tagged low. Poland's been finished off, and now it is just Lex. 1v5. Deagle in hand. He goes down. Automatic makes a cool $1,200 there. And that will be a 6th round for Cloud9.
Yeah, now is where, well, Mythic pretty much have to just sit there with the pistols, try and work out a way to get the bomb down. Maybe the sort of a waterfall out of the palace is normally one of the more prominent strategies, or just running towards the B site. We saw them previously just sit by the telly. They may have actually, I kind of hoped that they were having a little bit of a talk about what they were going to be doing in the future rounds, but this time it is looking like they may just try and sneak their way towards the B site. This nade could be absolutely horrific. Double kill for Automatic, and now the Shredder comes back into play. He will actually fall to the Glock of Anger, so at least that's something. And Tarek's missing a few shots now. There may be a chance to actually get that bomb down, but they've got to get past Skadoodle, and he's a little bit too quick on the trigger to allow anything else. But even still, 2 kills here. Somewhat more than expected. Can Anger do anything more? An absolute miracle play if he can get the bomb down.
He spotted Skadoodle there.
Ooh.
Skadoodle actually had to miss that shot. Yep. Hits it with the CZ.
Yeah, the better of the two guns.
7-4, Tom. And, you know, you had a vision before this. You know, you saw the outcome of this game, Tom. Is this fit in the storyline that you had planned? Cloud9.
It hasn't been anywhere near as dominant, like, yet. But
Tom is admitting that Mythic are a team to keep an eye on.
I didn't say that, but okay. I think against some of the other teams, I just think there's just a clear skill gap between like Cloud9, SK, and then everyone else. So these are sort of the games where, okay, if you can put up some decent numbers, maybe even help your round difference a little bit later on, sure. And if you can somehow steal a win, amazing. But it's just very, very unlikely. These teams just have a different gear and a different training regime. Obviously, all of these guys are streamers, but here we go. Pushing towards that B side. Tarek actually missing again. We saw that with the scout in the previous round. We're seeing it here with that AWP. And Poland's now got a second onto automatic. This B side definitely seems like it's got a few holes in it that Mythic may be able to exploit. Bomb goes down in a 4 versus 3 situation, and they're going to need to find a way back in. I think Skadoodle has just spotted the gun. Oh. And well, that's not...
Are you just going to stand there? Just going to take that?
Stay there.
Just like, yeah, that's fine. That's casual. Well, there we go. He meets his maker. Skadoodle shuts him down. It's 1 versus 3. Skadoodle a lot on his plate, and that's too much to eat. As Mythic finishes him off at the end there. 5 rounds to them. The buy still can come in, though, for Cloud9.
Yeah, once again, I feel like Automatic has actually played more with an MP9 in this game than any other gun. He's currently 18 and 6 at the top of the board. It definitely has been a bit of a quiet game for some of the players. Tarek currently has 9 assists, which I know from personal experience is a very tilting thing. Just not being able to finish your dinner. Let's see if they can steal another round. Now you have to remember, they managed to win a round with just a couple of scouts, an SMG and some pistols, so it seems like when Cloud9 really want to win a round, they can just win a round, but this spy really isn't anywhere near as bad as that. Tarek is going to be somewhat alone over towards the B site, although he does have the cross being held by Skadoodle. Once again, we are going to see some mid-presence attempted, but it's actually quite a passive mid-hold here from the CT side. That's something that Cloud9 actually quite like to do a lot, is just switch up the way that they hold middle. Maybe some rounds they'll have Skadoodle with these sort of aggressive AWP. Other rounds you can see like they do now, one in ladder room, one over towards that connector spot, looking over the smoke. A smoke thrown, of course, by the CT side, because if it was the T's, much more likely to be deep in that connector. And then allows them to sort of open up other avenues of the map, which at the moment, I really want to be watching this SMG. I want to see what Automatic is going to do with the MP9. He can look to try and make some audacious plays. Doesn't have a huge amount to lose. He's actually just going to be waiting in the smoke. And I think Flom may be about to meet his maker if that smoke fades away right on the other side of it. And there he goes. And actually, Stewie's going to help out with saving Automatic as well. Adrian will be able to bounce him from behind, and he will give them a chance in this round, but they've still got to watch out for Rush, who's just waiting, but he actually misses the shots. He gives an opening. Only 10 seconds were left, but the bomb will go down comfortably. And now with 6 HP, Automatic and co are going to have to try and retake this site.
Skadoodle is the man to try and open things up with the AWP. Has Tarek with him. Anger holding the angle from CT. Skadoodle peeks wide, finds the first. They know where 2 of these players are. Lex going to go to turn his attention out towards here. Tarek shuts him down, and it's a Dren. 1v3. Peeks on out. Tarek finishes him off. 2 frags at the end in Cloud9. They are going to be on to an 8th round. 8-5 is the scoreline, Tom. There's no money left really for Mythic. Actually, no, they can invest $6,300 up on Anger. He can go ahead and drop an AK over to his team. But he doesn't. What's the extra utility?
Yeah. I don't really agree, but... oh, well. Everybody does that every once in a while. You buy and then things happen. Either way, 8-5. We'll see if they can get any more rounds over on this T side. Much better buy, of course, in play at the moment from the CTs. And the problem is if they lose this round, they're going to have even less going into the next one. But it's a fast play. You don't have much utility. What do? Go running into one of the sites straight towards Mr. 2K, who's already got his first. However, Adrian coming in from behind will be able to pick up one. And actually, Anger's found another.
Yeah, Rush peeking through a gap in the smoke. Wasn't able to find anything, so man advantage up for Mythic. Bomb ticking down.
Just a smoke on the roof.
And Adrian, he's over in mid. That can make a huge difference. It's a 3-on-3 in this fight. The smoke actually going to fall down into connector, so he can't do much over the top of it. Automatic going to fall to Poland as he gets himself 2. And now it's Rush, 1 versus 2. Spots out Anger over on Tetris. Doesn't manage to get the frag, though, and Mythic, they will be in with a 6th.
And now the money is absolutely ruined for Cloud9. So once again, it is just going to have to be one of those jumble sale buys. We've seen a fair few of them. And yeah, it's looking like Mythic may be able to get this to an 8-7 which, considering they lost the pistol, is pretty impressive indeed. Really have been giving Cloud9 a run for their money. I'm going to move on for the fact that I just said the word 9. Either way, let's see what the CTs are going to throw in here. Skadoodle with the only rifle currently in play, on his team at least. And then Poland has been put down to a CZ. Actually, a lot of players going into Palace at the moment. They're looking to try and split this A site once again. We will see a quick trade early on, and the SMGs once again seem to be enough as Rush picks up a couple. Skadoodle with 3 with a 1 rifle, and a very quick round coming out from Cloud9. They will finish the half 9-6 and look to go on to their T side, where they may just run riot.
So as you pointed out, Tom, 6 rounds of Mythic is actually pretty impressive, all things considered, when the pistol round didn't go their way. To come out with 6 is pretty good. Yeah. But now Cloud9 over on the T side, you have Automatic, who's looked very good in this game, 20 frags to his name. And yeah, I get the feeling Cloud9 aren't trying as hard as perhaps they were at other events that occurred recently.
No.
Such as the Major.
You don't say.
But let's not forget, right, if they qualify, which you imagine they're going to, unless something really bad happens.
When they qualify.
Yeah, that's like a potential for them to win, what, 1.2 million this year in total?
I think
it's 800,000 for first place, right?
Yeah.
So 1.3 million.
What?
If they with the Major winnings, Tom.
Oh, okay. Oh, not good from Poland. He's not going to be able to find that one, and also caught out on rotations. One by one they fall, and all that's left is Anger. 1 versus 5. It would be. I'd be very impressed if he managed to steal this one away, but we are going to see some aggro players pushing towards him. He can at least pad his stats, but he'll have to try and dance his way out of that one. 10-6, pistol goes the way of Cloud9. And once again, that's both pistols now lost for Mythic. They're going to have to look to just try and invest a bit, maybe just going for the Deagles. We'll see if they actually buy any Kevlar up behind them. May look to try and save a little bit in terms of utility going into their first buy round, which I can definitely get behind. I think no real problem with buying a Deagle without Kevlar. And actually, they'll have a couple of players actually completely saving. So maybe looking to get a double AWP in, or just make sure that they do have plenty of utility when it comes to their first buy. However, it does limit them quite a bit when it comes to this round here. And plenty of rifles coming out for Cloud9. 3, in fact, as they have gone for that middle control. They'll play the range game. Flom is actually going to spot through the edge of the smoke, but gets dinked up himself from Automatic with the SMG. And there we have that sort of deep smoke. But again, there's a little bit of a gap in it. So I don't think Poland can really expect to see much through it, although Automatic is going to go in that direction and may spot something himself. And exactly just that will find the kill. Aggression over towards the ramp position. It's not going to pay off either, and that pretty much leaves the A site completely under the control of Cloud9.
Nope. Tara going to go to get himself 2. Anger left 1v5 USP. And the Dream. And he's going to have to work pretty hard here to achieve those dreams. in this round at least, as he starts to make his way up through connector. Yeah. Tarek and Stewie finish him off. 3 frags for Tarek in that round, and that is an 11-6 scoreline secured.
Yeah, again, it's just going to have to be this sort of eco position. Or Mythic can't really afford to invest anything in this situation. As I said, they have saved a fair bit of money, though, so I am looking forward to seeing what buy they'll actually pull in. Of course, they'll be 6 rounds behind. And for now, at least, they are just going to completely stack towards this A side of the map. They have got it spot on. Every single player from Cloud9 are going to be making their way in. It'll be Lex to actually find a first, looking to try and at least make things costly. There's a lot of rifles on Cloud9. They've actually found a second and a third as well. This is working out for Mythic. Only Automatic remains. He's got to try and find all of the remaining kills, and it's him versus Flom. He's retrieved an AK-47. Looking for the headshot and finds it. Almost a complete eco coming in from Mythic. A stack that Cloud9 walks straight into. And they have stolen a round from absolutely nothing.
Yeah, now there is still money for Cloud9. They can still buy up over on the T side. But their economy is close to being broken, and this buy is not perfect. Orp on Skadoodle, Galil out for Rush. Very limited in terms of their utility. They have the bulk of it on the back of Automatic and Tarek. 5 smokes, 4 flashbangs in play. Well, early on, can have 2 players over in mid. Flom lies in wait up on short to try and hold for mid aggression. Does have support as well from Adren down in connector. Skadoodle and Stewie starting to progress in through lower tunnels, looking to try and find an opening here. And thanks to the passive hold of mid from Mythic, they shouldn't be able to find anything. At least not straight away. Smoke for window comes in. Pollen still holding aggressive, sorry, over towards ramp. Skadoodle's able to open things up. Adren goes down. Man advantage taken. Stewie in with a second frag. Pollen stuck between a rock and a hard place. Does fall prey to Rush's Galil. That's going to get swapped out for the M4. And it's just Anger and Flom left, Tom. 2 versus 5. They might just look to try and stay alive at this point in time. They're going to look to do so up in the B apartments. Of course, Cloud9, they're going to go hunting. Rush is up in T-spawn. Going to look to try and loop back. And he might be able to find them here as he does head their way.
It's all going to be about removing weaponry now for Cloud9. Of course, Mythic managing to steal a round away, but this was still where they invested all of that cash that they were saving. And they cannot afford to lose these remaining 2 weapons. Really, just losing this round will be bad enough, however. It's looking like they'll be able to at least keep one. No, Anger's actually going to go down. So only Flom will keep the AWP. Adrian does have some extra cash, but other than that, pretty bleak scenario now for Mythic. And Cloud9, well, they've reset that loss bonus once again. 12-7 up, 4 rounds needed, and Mythic actually going to take a pause here. Maybe not sure what they should do in this situation, whether they should force around the AWP or if they should wait. Now, of course, only going to get 1900 into the next round, which isn't going to be great for any sort of buy. But they could still get another AWP on, well, and hand it over and maybe just try and go with like some SMGs or wait a couple of rounds. But then there's the sort of point of, okay, then Cloud9 are going to be on 14, and if you muck that round up, you're done.
Now the unpause is going to be coming on in. Buy for Cloud9, it does look good. Mythic, on the other hand, they've gone for the force. They have the M4 and Adren that was carried forward along with the AWP up on Flom. He could actually go ahead and drop a UMP or something of the like over, but they're not going to opt to go for that. And a lot of this really going to fall on the shoulders of Flom as he goes aggressive up in mid early on. Going to look to try and take them by surprise with the AWP. The flash holds him back. Tarek going to continue this aggression all the way up through short. Call comes in that he's there. There's 2 smokes down. He's peeking on through, and he's actually back-to-back almost with Flom. As Flom heads through the smoke to try and find him, Tarek's gone down, and that is the man advantage taken here. Cloud9 to go charging in towards A. Rush opens things up. Going to go ahead and drop out Lexi with a second pollen. Next man to offer himself up to the man in question. Bomb goes down. Automatic. He's very aggressive indeed. Goes ahead and takes himself one. And now it's all eyes on Anger. They almost line up for him. In fact, they do. He does take two right at the end, but that's it. Cloud9 on 13, and as a result of the force, they can't afford to buy up here. Mythic, it will be the case that Cloud9, you imagine, are going to get a 14th round.
Yeah, they managed a stack before that stole a round away, but I can't imagine that Cloud9 will let that happen twice. Automatic well on for the 30 bomb at the moment, really leading the charge. But again, there doesn't seem to be really anybody slacking at the moment for Cloud9. They've spotted the push going into middle. There should be all the information ready for Tarek. He should just comfortably be able to clean up the two aggressive players. This will leave huge limitations on the rest of the map. Stewie actually only playing with the CZ in this round, just knowing that they're not going to have much, if anything. And even then, it is just going to be a cleanup. Not a single player lost. Cloud9 will take themselves 14-7. And now the last-ditch effort can come in for Mythic. They lose this round again. It will just be SMGs, pistols, and very little utility. And Cloud9 will be taking this in a fairly dominant fashion, as we sort of expected.
This is the shot for Mythic to try and put the brakes on. Slow down the Cloud9 train. Although, yeah, I don't favour their odds, Tom. Adren's going to go aggressive in through lower tunnels. Tries to swap up the pace, and that flash gives him away. Skadoodle's now posted up here with support from Stewie, who starts to push on in. Trying to fall back, and they know because of that aggression there's a man down somewhere in this map, and it is going to be B. They made the right call. Anger's gone down. Man advantage taken here for Cloud9, and they keep pushing in. Relentless in this take. That Molotov sends Flom reeling back. He's lost his friend. Adren's gone down, and at this point the save will be called in. 15-7 is the scoreline. And Mythic, they've got one more chance to try and slow down Cloud9, or else this is all over.
Yeah, holding on to these weapons is going to be so crucial, and Stewie, knowing he should have taken someone in that situation, it will allow them to get into the palace, but the fact is there isn't that much for Cloud9 to lose in this situation. They have the money to rebuy. Might as well try and remove a weapon or two from the hands of their opponents. Pre-firing some of the angles, still going to be pushing in. Rush takes one already, making things so much more difficult when it comes to rebuying. 3 for 2, obviously.